What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? So, today I wanted to talk about learning lessons, analyzing history, and what the past truly has to offer us. So, let's get into it. Quote of the day: employ your time in empowering yourself by other men's writing, so that you shall come easy by what others have labored hard for. Socrates. Song of the day: Blue Note by Meek Mill. So, the thing about the past is we cannot live in the past. We cannot continue to be obsessed with the past. We cannot romanticize the past. We cannot look at the past with rose colored glasses. Oftentimes, we will remember the past being better and more intense than it actually was. And we'll spend our thoughts and our energy on the past thinking, I wish I could get back to that. I wish we could rekindle that. I wish that it was still that way, when it never will be. Looking to the past, we have one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to learn from it. But we do have a purpose for the past. As much as people say don't spend your time there, as much as people say, focus on the future, live in the present, the past is very, very, extremely valuable. And it is in the way, not in one limited way, but it is in a way that it will teach us things to avoid, things that we should prepare for, and things that we can do better. A lot of things that have happened in the past to our ancestors, they are still employing those things today. They changed the names, they changed the tactics, they changed the laws, but a lot of the circumstances they had in the past, they are trying to enforce those circumstances now. The same tactics, the same agenda is still there to have certain people under a certain mindset in a certain prison. And that's what Socrates is saying with this. Like, look into the past and look to the things that have happened in the past to see how you can avoid them, prepare for them, and overcome them in the future, because everything does come full circle. There's a lot of people who I'm gonna go on a rant here, so I apologize, but there's a lot of people who believe in overly, not necessarily complaining, but evaluating the system. They want to correct the system. They want to hold people accountable. And a lot of it, what I'm talking about is with employment. People believe that, this and that and this and this and that about jobs. What I'm getting at is not that you shouldn't hold jobs accountable, not that you shouldn't hold your bosses accountable, not that you shouldn't want to have to not work 50 years for the rest of your life, but the question is, what are you willing to do if you find that that's a problem? Like, we all agree we want to retire early, we want to make more money, we want to have better benefits, we want to have a better economy, but what are we willing to do that? Are we just going to point the finger at such and such? Are we just going to point the finger at this company? Are we going to just say it's this person's problem, it's this person's responsibility to fix it? Or are we going to start doing the work ourselves to start to build what we actually want? Everybody wants a utopia, but nobody's willing to put in the work to make that utopia. You want a utopia, but you want somebody else to build that utopia. You don't want to build it for your future. You don't want to, and the way that this ties in, what I'm talking about, is if you look to the past, our ancestors, our former family members, our historians, they've realized this with the businesses that they developed, with the markets that they developed. And instead of us protecting them, instead of us keeping those environments flourishing, what happened was we sacrificed them. We were negligent. We didn't continue to build them and to promote them. So the point is, if you want to learn how to make a better future, look at the people in the past who have tried to do that and learn how and what stopped them from doing it. Because everything you want, somebody has wanted that before. Every future that you've dreamt of, somebody has dreamt of that before. Why are we not there? Why have we not gotten to that point? What stopped them from doing that? And that's when we start to analyze and we start to do the research and we start to see exactly what it is. It's one of the reasons why, and I'm not standing on no soapbox here, but you do what you do. I'm not here to judge you, but it's one of the reasons why I don't smoke weed and I hardly ever drink. Because looking to the past, I see how these things have become a grip, have become a vice, have become a burden, have become a distraction from your goals. And that's not to say that I'm perfect. That's not to say I don't have things that I need to improve on my life. But when I look to the past, I see these men of valor, these men of integrity, these men of greatness, these women of perfection, not perfection, excuse me, these women who have accomplished so much. These are the vices, these are the things that they have avoided. So I avoid them too. And again, that's not me standing on a soapbox telling you what you do is wrong or anything like that. As long as you're not hurting anybody and you're not hurting yourself, hey, vaya con Dios, go with God, but my point is to make sure that you don't repeat the mistakes of the past. It would be a shame for us to succumb to the same mistakes. It would be a shame for us to come to the same pitfalls as our ancestors did, as our former family members did, as anybody who's come before us did. These records are there, these messages are there, the history is there so that we can study it, we can do the research, and we can strategize so that we won't succumb to the same fate, that we can make a better future. And also, I want to say that is the only time that we should really be looking to the past is to learn from it, not to live there, not to be distracted by it. We're supposed to live in the present, prepare for the future, learn from the past. And hopefully that wasn't too much of a rant. I do apologize. I get very passionate about the past because I do believe if we paid attention to our elders, if we sat down and just listened to their stories. I talk to a lot of older people, and it's always a blessing because they always drop knowledge. They always drop jewels. They're always giving free game. And if I wish when I was younger, I would have taken the approach that I'm taking now, because every time I talk to someone who's 20 years older than me, that's still alive, I get so much knowledge. I get so much jewels in whatever subject that we're talking about. And even if they don't give me something new, they confirm and they affirm something that someone else has told me that's in their age group. So, all right, guys. I just want to thank everybody out there for watching this video. I need you guys to please, please, please take care of yourselves. Please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.